Senegal's political scene intensifies as President Bassirou Diomaye Faye faces a test of his administration's strength ahead of the pivotal parliamentary elections set for November 17th. This election not only determines the balance of power in Senegal's National Assembly, but also serves as a referendum on Faye's leadership since taking office in April. With high expectations surrounding his promises to tackle corruption and uplift living standards, this election is crucial for Faye's political future and the direction of his ambitious agenda. Faye's PASTEF party is campaigning to secure a parliamentary majority, hoping to avoid the gridlock that plagued his initial months in office. However, PASTEF faces an alliance of former ruling parties led by Senegal's most influential political veterans, ex-presidents Sall and Abdoulaye Wade. Both Sall and Wade have set aside their differences to challenge Faye. This coalition, composed of Sall's Alliance for the Republic, APR, and Wade's Senegalese Democratic Party, PDS, previously held 106 of the 165 seats in the Assembly, a considerable share that allowed them to influence policy debates and budget decisions. For Faye, overcoming this coalition is essential to implement his 25-year development plan, which has already sparked both excitement and criticism. The stakes are undeniably high for President Faye and the PASTEF party. Following his victory, Faye pledged sweeping reforms to address economic disparities, corruption, and stalled infrastructure projects. His ambitious 25-year development plan aims to diversify the economy, create jobs, and reduce Senegal's dependency on foreign aid. He has outlined policies in agriculture, energy, and education to create a self-sustaining economy that could lift millions out of poverty. Supporters see these reforms as long-overdue initiatives that prioritize the needs of Senegalese people and Senegal's sovereignty. Yet skepticism runs deep, especially among opposition groups. Many question whether Faye can realistically deliver on these promises within his term, and they express doubts over his ability to manage an economy that has historically struggled with inflation, unemployment, and high foreign debt. Political analyst Mamadou Seck captured the public's divided sentiments, remarking that the challenge is for Faye to determine if the 54% who elected him still back his program. For Seck, this election will reveal whether Faye's popularity can translate into legislative power. Faye's challenges are compounded by the alliance between Sall and Wade, who have joined forces to prevent PASTEF from gaining a majority. Sall and Wade's coalition merges political experience, resources, and voter loyalty, forming a formidable opposition. Sall, known for his pragmatic approach to economic development, and Wade, with his long-standing influence, bring significant political capital to their alliance. Both have positioned themselves as defenders of Senegal's democratic institutions, arguing that Faye's dissolution of the previous parliament leaned toward authoritarianism. This coalition, supported by members of the former ruling parties, views Faye's actions as a threat to democratic checks and balances. When Faye dissolved the parliament last month, he accused opposition lawmakers of obstructing essential budget and policy discussions. While legal, the move was criticized by the opposition as an attempt to silence dissent. Sall and Wade's platform focuses on stability and continuity, hoping to appeal to voters wary of abrupt reforms and political instability. Despite facing a formidable opposition, PASTEF has decided to run independently, a bold move showing confidence in its support base. The party's strategy involves extensive grassroots engagement with caravans, rallies, and public events designed to rally supporters and sway undecided voters. By running independently, PASTEF aims to reinforce its image as a people-focused party, distinct from alliances associated with political power plays. This decision, however, carries risks. Without support from other influential parties, PASTEF may struggle to reach every corner of Senegal's political landscape. Additionally, the party is highly reliant on Faye's leadership, which is still in its early stages. This election will be many Senegalese voters' first opportunity to assess Faye's leadership beyond his campaign promises. Whether PASTEF's independent campaign can gain enough momentum to secure a majority remains uncertain. Central to Faye's campaign is his 25-year development plan, a blueprint for a self-sufficient, economically diverse, and resilient Senegal. Faye envisions a country less dependent on global economic trends, with stronger infrastructure, education, agriculture, and renewable energy sectors. Faye's team asserts that these reforms will create jobs and foster a climate of innovation and entrepreneurship. Supporters see the plan as a transformative vision that could redefine Senegal's place in West Africa and beyond. They view Faye as a leader willing to break away from traditional governance models, prioritizing Senegalese interests over those of foreign investors. However, critics argue the plan is overly ambitious and lacks the funding and infrastructure to succeed. Some in the opposition fear it could lead to unsustainable debt if not managed carefully. As the campaign heats up, PASTEF has launched a robust public engagement strategy to rally support across Senegal. The party's caravans, rallies, and fireworks displays are designed to attract public attention and convey energy and momentum. By directly engaging with communities, PASTEF aims to show that it is a party that listens to and prioritizes the people. Supporters believe this strategy humanizes the party, setting it apart from the opposition coalition, which they argue is out of touch with Senegalese citizens' struggles. These tactics have drawn mixed reactions. While many appreciate PASTEF's efforts to connect with the public, others view these events as superficial distractions from real issues. Critics argue that resources spent on elaborate rallies could be better directed toward poverty and unemployment. Nonetheless, these events have bolstered PASTEF's visibility, suggesting the party's message resonates with a significant portion of the electorate. As the election date approaches, Senegal's political landscape is fraught with uncertainty. The outcome will determine whether Faye can secure the mandate needed to advance his reforms, or whether he will face a parliament controlled by the opposition. For many Senegalese, this election is about more than just choosing representatives. It is about choosing the country's future. If PASTEF secures a majority, Faye will have the legislative power to implement his agenda, potentially reshaping Senegal's political and economic trajectory for decades. However, if the opposition coalition gains control, Faye may find himself constrained by a parliament opposing his policies, possibly leading to political gridlock and diminishing public confidence in the government. This election embodies a broader struggle within Senegal, a choice between continuity and change, tradition and progress. For Faye and his supporters, it is a chance to break away from the past and embrace a new vision for Senegal. For Sall and their coalition, it is an opportunity to defend the democratic institutions they helped build and prevent what they see as an authoritarian power grab. As Faye's caravans continue their journey across Senegal, the people wait eagerly. Will they reaffirm their support for Faye's vision of a reformed, self-sustaining Senegal, or will they opt for the stability promised by the opposition? The answer will not only shape Senegal's immediate future, but will also reveal the public's faith in Faye's leadership and their hopes for the nation's prosperity. Share your thoughts in the comments about this political showdown. Is Faye the right leader to bring about change, or should Senegal stick with seasoned veterans? Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on Senegal's political journey as we bring you the latest updates and analyses from across Africa.